especially those illiterate who are on the side of the IPOB Nigeria. You know, the kind of confusion that we put into them is very amazing. You will see the people supporting the drug lord Nigeria Tinubu shouting, Simon Ekpa, go and die, this is that. You will see the IPOB Nigeria shouting, Simon Ekpa is working for Tinubu, is working for Nigeria government. Have you ever seen any confusion like that? Have you seen any confusion like that? Why the Afonjas are crying that I am destroying every plan of their ogas in Nigeria, within the Nigeria state? The IPOB Nigeria, they are shouting and working for Nigeria. Why Nigeria is crying? That is the highest confusion. They don't know what is going on because they never believe that Nigeria can be challenged. You know how they address Nigeria? The most populous country in Africa, the biggest economy in Africa, the giant of Africa, the this and that, the evil entity is going down. They never believe that Nigeria can be challenged until today. Nigeria terrorist army never believed that Biafrans can actually volunteer to, risk their life to defend others. They thought everybody loved money. They thought every Biafra want life. Everybody want to live. They never believed that people can actually sacrifice their life for others. Nigeria never believed it. But today, it is happening. Volunteers of the Biafra Defense Forces are sacrificing their life for others. And this is unimaginable to the Nigerians. They never believed that a day like this will come, where people can actually give selfless service, where people can become patriotic, where you can see people dying for what they believe in. And it is very, very surprising to the Islamic Nigeria state. I'll give you an example of this declaration, even the recent one of Donetsk Act of 2014, Luhansk Act of 2014. This declaration named violation no state committed against the Syrian unit, including human rights abuses, act of genocide, discrimination, and breach of agreement justifying their call for international recognition or remedial ground. That's exactly what Biafrans we are going to do. Our own is more and worse than whatever Luhansk and Donetsk ever experienced. We have experienced apartheid in Nigeria against Biafra people. We have experienced genocide. We have experienced discrimination. We are victims of all the crimes you can think of. And that is exactly what the declaration drafting committee are working on. And these particular grievances that we are listing in the declaration is going to justify our declaration on the 2nd of December 2024. And again, after that, we will move a very aggressive campaign for international recognition or remedial ground. I want Biafrans to understand that you can't, what exactly foundation have you laid in the past for Biafra to come? Nothing. Are you going to just say, UN, come and give me freedom? Come on. No, without any foundation, without organizing yourself? No. The dead Buhari told you that Biafrans, if you want freedom, go and organize yourself. And people did not actually understand what he said. And he himself did not actually know when he said it. I watched him. Of course, then I was one Nigeria. I looked at this man. I laughed. I said, don't worry. The day I will join this Biafra struggle, you will know what you have said. So what else do you need to know that the Biafra people have rejected Nigeria and they are only loyal to the Biafra government? Their hope of a new beginning and new life is on the government of Biafra. So my people, after the declaration in Finland, what do you expect? What you are going to expect is that we will officially communicate our declaration to the Nigeria state, demanding the recognition and acceptance of the self-referendum. Not only that, we are not sending it to Nigeria state for them to accept. They are never going to accept, and we know that. We will also communicate the African Union, even when we don't even like them. We will also communicate ECOWAS, even when we don't like them. We will officially communicate all these institutions, seeking the approval of what we have done in exile, the history that we have done. And we will also officially communicate the United Nations, through our international partners. We are not doing all these things for them to agree immediately, no, but believe me, we will release hell on Nigeria. After this December 2nd, we will release hell on Nigeria. I want you people to focus on the ORB report, where they say, after this declaration, after this self-referendum of Biafra, there's going to be two options. That Nigeria will either issue a political statement, that is when we have officially communicated Nigeria, demanding the recognition and acceptance of the Biafra self-referendum. Nigeria will either issue a political statement or ignore a political statement and use it and come militarily. We are already used to the military activities of Nigeria state for the past 3 years. We are only going to increase and escalate it. And like I said, we choose how we fight this. So my fellow Biafrans, I have a lot to tell you on the update of what to expect. So that when you are discussing with people, you can defend yourself and defend the government and defend what we are doing when you have knowledge of what we are doing and what is to come. If you are in argument with all these idiots, you can be able to tell them what we are doing and what we are going to do. So I believe this small clarification and update on the declaration coming 2nd of December have put you in the right track. Immediately after this declaration, what follows next, I am repeating it again so that it will sink inside the head of even the Dundees. That one, we will write Nigeria officially, informing Nigeria of what Biafra have done, giving the result of the self-referendum to Nigeria state, demanding the recognition of Biafra as an independent state, demanding the acceptance of the self-referendum, also demand the withdrawal of every Nigerian military and institution in the Biafra territory. We are not expecting them to do that, but we're going to write them officially so that it will go into history book. 2, we will officially write the AU, ECOWAS, and all international organizations, and you will know it in days to come. We have gotten recognition from all African countries. And those who call us their friend will extend our friendship and our hand of friendship to them. Biafra is the light of Africa.
So thank you, my PM. You are most welcome. And I will pass to you because you are the next to speak to us. And let Australia hear your voice, Your Excellency.
Biafrans, put those hands together. The PM is here. Your hands together. Welcome, PM.
There one. Olugo Maton.
Yes.
Yes, sir. You are on center stage now, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Good afternoon, fellow Biafrans all over the world. Good afternoon, Biafrans in Australia. I thank you all for inviting me today and participating in this particular historic tour again. Once again, my speech today and my message today to the Biafra people is the continuation of the enlightenment and awareness on our multi-dimensional approach to the liberation of Biafra. And today, I will be sharing just small history about how we have managed to dismantle Nigeria today using the multidimensional approach. And I'm going to take solace from Israel. My fellow Biafrans, do not allow Nigeria terrorist state nor their agent and affiliate to tell you you can't get your freedom. I am here to tell you that we are going to get our freedom and we are going to do everything possible for this particular freedom to be achieved. And I'm going to share it with you the story of Israel, which everybody knows about Israel, but many people do not know what Israel went through. And I will start with a man called Theodor Herzl. The Theodor Herzl was, should I say, a founder of the Zionist movement. Herzl was an Austro-Hungarian Jewish. He was a journalist, a lawyer, writer, and a political activist who was the father of the modern political Zionism. Many people are only hearing Israel, Israel, but they don't know what actually transpired that led to Israel becoming an independent state. Herzl formed the Zionist organization and promoted Jewish immigration to Palestine in an effort to form a Jewish state. In an effort to form a Jewish state. Today, there is a Jewish state called Israel, State of Israel. Due to his Zionist work, he is known in the Hebrew Kozeh, a visionary of the state. He is specifically mentioned even in the Declaration of Israel independence. This man was mentioned and is officially referred to as the spiritual father of the Jewish state. It is very important that our people, both especially the gullible ones, understand that your gullibility cannot stop the liberation of Biafra this year. Herzl was born in Pest, Kingdom of Hungary, to a prosperous Neo Jewish family. After a brief legal career in Vienna, he became the Paris correspondent of the Viennese newspaper. He confronted the anti-Semitic event in Vienna. I hope you understand what anti-Semitism means. He reached the conclusion that anti-Jewish sentiment would make Jewish assimilation impossible. This man single-handedly rose up, stood up, because of the anti-Jewish activities across the world. He stood up, one man. And in 1896, Herzl published the pamphlet, The Judenstaat, in which he elaborated his vision for a Jewish homeland. Because of the attack, the anti-Jewish anti-Semitism, he had a vision. His ideas attracted international attention and rapidly established Herzl as a major figure in the Jewish world. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Are you seeing some similarity in what we are doing today, the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the rise of Simon Ekpa and the Biafra government in exile? In 1897, Herzl convened what we call the First Zionist Congress in Basel. First ever. My fellow Biafrans, do you see some similarity in 2023?
All right, wonderful people, welcome back to this wonderful channel where we bring you back-to-back updates and information as see the hot. It don't shell for the land of the indigenous people of Biafra, as the men of the NIG them boys collect woto from the Biafra Liberation Army The Biafra Liberation Army say, oh, whoa, this place in our territory, say, make anybody no put head, oh. But you know, say, you get one song where fella sing, he say, zombie no dey go unless you tell am to go. Zombie no go walk unless you tell am to walk. Zombie, tell am to die, aju jaraju. Tell am to drop fence, aju jaraju. Tell am to quench, aju jaraju. Tell am to do this, aju jaraju. Tell am die, zombie. Tell am this, zombie. Put am for revise, zombie. Some of you don't know the reason why fella sing that song. When fella sing that song, they refer to the energy them boys soldier. Because person will be saying this for soldier, now waiting in commander tell am do, make him now waiting in go do. Whether that thing they good or they bad, and so the military they operate, they operate like zombie. They don't know their left, they don't even know their right, and anything where they tell them and that what now they do, and so fella con they carry them out, chook for that particular song. Meanwhile, I see they be the Biafra Liberation Army don't say this place where we say they in their territory. They say they know they find trouble. They say waiting they find to protect their territory from any external or internal insurrection, especially from the men of the Fulani headers, where they parade themselves. They enter all over the places. They scatter crops. Where we say people they plant for their farm. They say why NIG army they carry eye they put for their matter. They come they look for their trouble. Say na then get the land according to Igbo adage. Igbo adage said that Nambiambia ade buajana or small bialobem abia bukwanam no na baka mkpukpu yale ku ya nazo nya boku ebuloku ma bolinu and so the Biafra Liberation Army don't talk say obiara befa abia bukwania ona baka mkpukpu yale megene ka mkpukpu yale ku ya nazo. Because every animal have its own protection tactics. For example, even cockroach, if you did biology in school, you will understand that the reason why if you kill cockroach, you will hear that smell, that offensive odor, is a way of cockroach protecting itself. Whenever you attack a cockroach, it releases that offensive odor. Even scorpion, the way scorpion protects itself is by stinging. For a snake is by its spit or maybe by biting you. Dogs, lion, everybody have their own way of protecting themselves. Meanwhile, as they be, the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, Simon Ekpa, has said that all arrangements have been adequately planned to host the declaration of the Restoration of Independence of Biafra Convention 2024. Ekpa, who disclosed this in a statement, invited Igbos all over the world to the convention. According to him, the convention, which is slated to hold from November 29 to December 3, 2024, in Lahti, Finland, is part of the fundamental right of all Biafrans to self-rule. Ekpa, who is the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, noted that over 50 million Igbos have legally voted in the Biafra referendum in recent months. On behalf of the Biafra government, we are happy to invite you to the declaration of the Restoration of the Independence of Biafra Convention DRIBC 2024, which will be held in Lahti, Finland, from the 29th of November till 3rd of December 2024. All arrangements have been adequately made by the Biafra government for your accreditation to the event. He said, you have served under Nigeria and you are well aware that the establishment of Nigeria as an artificial experiment by the British has done nothing but continuously violate our fundamental human rights. For these reasons, joining hands with your fellow Biafrans in exercising your inalienable right to self-determination is a moral obligation and most importantly, a fight for self-preservation. The step we are taking for the actualization of our independence state are through an internationally recognized process of referendum. Already, well over 15 million Biafrans has cast their ballot, with more expected to vote both in the homeland and diaspora. We are excited and hopefully to welcome you to the convention, he stated. Barely a month ago, Ekpa wooed elites from the southeast to participate in the Biafra Declaration Convention. In September, he accused the African Union of blocking his petition for Biafra's declaration of self-rule, which was submitted to the African Commission on Human and People's Rights, an organ of the African Union. He wondered why the Commission allegedly trashed the petition for Biafra liberation amid rights abuse by the Nigerian government against Biafrans. Alright, wonderful people, welcome back. This is coming from the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, Mazi Simon Ekpa Joko Odogwa na Mazunanya Odogwa Folokwe Dike Obodo. The man say he dey welcome, he dey show, he dey welcome, he dey show, he dey welcome, he dey show. Meanwhile, before now, everybody thought that maybe the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, Mazi Simon Ekpa, is a joker. But as the day goes by, as things unfold, we find out that this guy is not actually joking. This guy means business. This guy is really into what he is doing. He has decided to make sure that the Biafran people get their freedom as soon as possible. Right there, motorists and commuters lament losses on Calabar-Uyo Highway. Calabar-Uyo Highway has become one of the menace of the nation, and I wonder what these our leaders are doing. The governors, the presidents, the legislators, the executive arm, the judiciary arm. I wonder their work to make sure that this nation is being rescued. It was in this nation that the presidency announced a loan grant for poor masses in order to be able to alleviate their poverty. But if I tell you that about 3% of Nigerians have not been able to receive this 50,000 loan and grant, you will think that I am lying to you. I feel that what this politician does is that they share their money. They call out a project which is a good project to help the masses, yes, giving Nigerians 50,000 because Nigerians are beggars and they are very poor, and they are trying to give them palliative because their citizens are poor, which is good. On the other hand, when they do this announcement, the fund is allocated, paid in their bank account, and then the politicians, the big men, they end up also squandering the money by themselves, which is very bad. As it be, they say strike don't they start to indefinite strike begins. Action committee to shut down all activities in Nigerian universities. Let's go down to that information so that you can see what they happen. Non-teaching staff shut varsity office gate. Ministry months as minister quits Wednesday. The Joint Action Committee of the Non-Academic Staff Union of Educational and Association Institute and the Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities have vowed to indefinitely shut down all activities in universities across the country from Monday today when they embark on an indefinite strike. A statement made available to the Punch on Sunday and signed by National President SSANU Mohammed Ibrahim, General Secretary NASU Prince Peters Adeyemi said the ultimatum it gave the federal government over its withheld salaries expired Sunday midnight. The unions are demanding, among others, the payment of the 4-month withheld salary, improved remuneration and allowances, and implementation of the 2009 agreement with the government. The federal government had, through the Ministry of Labour and Employment, invoked the no work, no pay policy when the 4 universities-based union embarked on a prolonged strike in 2022. Last October, President Bola Tinubu directed the payment of 4 of the 8 months withheld salaries for the academic staff. It was finally paid in February. The directive was salient about the non-teaching staff raising concerns as to their fate, the union also described the directive as selective and kicked against it. The union subsequently wrote to the government, gave ultimatums, protested, and held one strike, but their 4-month salary are still being withheld. The statement called on the state-owned universities to also incorporate their local demands into the strike action as appropriate. Your strike compliance and adherence to this directive is mandatory for all NASU and SSANU branches in federal and state-owned universities, as well as inter-university centers, F1RE. It also said the last circular of the Joint Action Committee of Non-Academic Staff Union of Education Association Institute and Senior Staff Association of Nigeria University, titled Latest Development in Respect of the Withheld 4-month Salaries, references JSC/NSS/Volume 3, 32 dated 21st October 2024, refers the circular under the reference gave 7 days to the federal government to do the needful in respect of our demands for payment of our outstanding 4-month salaries and implementation of the memorandum of the understanding MOU signed with the federal government on 20th August 2022, which expires midnight on Sunday, 27th October 2024. It recalled that the last national peaceful protest of JAC of NASU and SSANU held on July 18, 2024 at the Unity Fountain, Abuja. An ultimatum of 10 days was given to the government to pay the withheld salaries. All right. This is coming from non-academic staff of all universities, both federal and state universities. They are demanding that the government should pay them their 4-month salary, and every worker deserves his or her pay. I wish that the government will just do the needful and release all the payments as agreed. Meanwhile, if this is your first time of joining us on this wonderful channel, kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news drop, you will be the first to collect them. Thank you for listening. God bless you immensely.